Hey guys, it is me, Tia, coming to you live from my backyard. It is Wednesday night. There is still a lot of cloud cover from the fires, and so it's making things a little bit crazy here in the Treasure Valley, where it's all kind of just sort of settling over us. If I act all weird and squinty with my eyes, it's because of the weird lighting, I guess. Kind of. Anyway, had a great second day at my conference that I've been going to. Hey, Adrienne Lloyd. Hi, Wendy. Nice to see you ladies here. So my teacher conference that I've been going to, that's going really well. Angela Williams, hello. Lindy Lee. I was gonna yell at you on here. I'm totally yelling at you on here. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Yeah, so Lindy, thank you. I am having a great time at the conference. The sessions have been really interesting, and some are really helpful, and some are just a lot of food for thought. So that's kind of what's going on in my world. However, I did realize this morning during one of my sessions that today's August 1st. Some of you might be like, yeah, we all know what August 1st is. We know today's August 1st. But for me and for many, many of my teacher friends, hi Christy and Jennifer, thanks for jumping on. So for me and many of my teacher friends, we go back to work for in-service and PLC training August 15th. August 15th, that's 15 days away, my friends. I have to go back to work and prep to receive all of my new students in 15 days. It feels like the summer has just blown by. Like I don't know how it's gone so fast. It's gone so fast. I've tried to soak it up and enjoy it and rest. Wendy says 2 weeks. Pretty much, Wendy. 2 weeks away. I've tried to rest and soak it up, and it's crazy. Adrienne says you can do it. Thank you, Adrienne. I'm excited. I do feel rested, and I do feel mentally ready to go back to school. So that's a nice realization to come to. Lindy goes back August 9th. Lindy, I feel for you, man. That's less than 2 weeks. That's like tomorrow. Well, no, not tomorrow, but that's 8 days away, my friend. Party while you can. So yeah, tonight, Wednesday night, I have one more day of the conference left, and there's lots of cool classes that I'm going to go to tomorrow, and then teacher cohort meetings on Friday, and so that'll be good. And then one more week to be off at home with no strings and no meetings to go to, and then it's like go time. Yeah. So I do want to talk about one thing tonight that sort of occurred to me. Permission. At some point in our lives, and I'm not really sure where it happens, like I don't know that I'm smart enough to know that. I'm not a researcher, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a data collector, but at some point in our lives, I feel like we somehow lose our permission. Does that make sense? Does that sound so weird? Wendy, when are my boys coming back? I'm going to get them Saturday. I'm going to go to Donnelly because that's where my parents and my boys will be after I'm all done with my conference and training. So yeah, I'm going to go up to Donnelly for the weekend, hug my boys, soak up a little bit of campfire fun, and then come home. So at some point in our lives, it's almost like I don't know if we lose it or if we somehow release our own permission to someone else or out into the world or to society. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it's like we don't have permission to be ourselves. We no longer have permission to do the thing, to dream the big dream and to pursue the big goals. Like, where does the permission go? And why does it go? Like, who do we allow to come in and take away our permission? I don't understand that. And I'm still like trying to figure it out. But it occurred to me, I've been thinking about it for a couple weeks. Like, do I need permission to be who I'm supposed to be? You think about when I was a kid. You know, I needed permission to make plans with friends after school. I needed permission to go somewhere other than home, school, and maybe a job, and then home. I needed permission slips signed by my parents. I needed permission to watch a certain movie if it was a certain rating. And with my own boys, my boys have to ask permission before they watch YouTube. They have to ask permission before they play their Xbox, even though technically we bought that for them. They don't own it. And we make it very, very clear to our children that they cannot own real property until they're 18. They have to ask permission before they get a snack. You guys are probably going to think I'm the crazy helicopter military mom, but that's really not the case. I just feel like it's important to illustrate to them that there are certain things that are rights and certain things that are privileges, and privileges do require permission. Anyway, so shout out to Marla and Brandy. I'm waving at you. I see you jump on. Thank you, ladies. Permission. So there's all sorts of permission that I feel like we get in the habit of asking or needing or wanting, and part of it is, stems from when we're kids, right? Permission. In school, my students need to ask permission to use the bathroom. Like, they can't just get up and leave. They need to ask my permission to get out their phone and use it for something other than, an in-class activity or a Kahoot game or something like that. Wendy says her kids don't understand privileges. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a common theme with those Gen Zers. They kind of are confused between rights and privileges. That, Wendy, I'm going to table that because that would make an excellent Facebook Live video for another day. But tonight's about permission. So a couple weeks ago I was, thinking about this idea of permission. And you guys know that I took some personal development challenges over the summer. And so one of the challenges was to do 100 Facebook Lives in 100 days. I'm on number 38, by the way. I didn't have to ask anybody's permission to accept the challenge that Natasha threw down, right? I didn't have to ask my husband's permission. I didn't have to ask my mom's permission. I didn't have to ask my boss's permission. I just did the challenges. But when it comes to the big things, like I want to change careers, or I want to start a business, or I want to start a nonprofit, or I want to join the Peace Corps, or I want to make art, or I want to write a book, or I want to completely redecorate the inside of my house to look like a medieval castle. Why is it that we feel like we need permission to do those kinds of things? Why is it that we feel like we need permission to dream big, and then to, once we dream big and have a big dream, and to go forward and make the dream happen? Like, why do we feel like we need permission? I don't get that. I feel it. I totally feel it. So there are some big goals that I have set for myself for this new year of school. You know, some teaching goals, some new things I want to try, and some new things I want to learn and do in my class. And there are some big goals that I've set for myself personally. Do I need permission to pursue those things, or to try to work and make those goals come true? No, not really. But why do I feel like I need permission? Like, why do I feel like I don't know if I can do that thing, or be that person, or try that new, career? Like, it's almost like we're afraid. Like, I don't know if it's that we need validation or what. And if you have thoughts on this, weigh in, my friends. Weigh in and comment and give me some feedback here. At the end of the day, we don't really need anyone else's permission to do the thing but our own. You don't need my permission to be who you're supposed to be. You don't need my permission to start that cupcake business. You don't need my permission to go get that gigantic tattoo on your thigh. You don't need anybody's permission except your own. But I almost wonder if sometimes we need to hear it. Maybe sometimes we just need to hear it. So, tonight, I am offering you the permission you need to do the thing. My friend Wendy says, I think it's fear holding us back for bigger things. Yeah, I can see that. I definitely resonate with that, Wendy. Like, fear's can be pretty nasty sometimes when we have to, like, face it head on. So hear me, my friends. Hear me when I say to you, you have permission. You don't need my permission. You don't need your partner's permission. You don't need your parents' permission. You certainly don't need your kids' or your boss's permission to be who you were meant to be, and to do the big thing or the big dream that you are supposed to do while you're here. You don't need permission. However, what I am learning about myself, and maybe this will help you, sometimes you need to hear it. You have permission. I'm not granting you permission. I am just speaking out for you. I want to be your voice and your advocate and offer you the reassurance that Wendy just mentioned. I'm offering you the reassurance you need to give yourself that permission. Own that stuff. Give yourself permission. You have permission. I'm giving myself permission to try new things in my classroom, and to not be afraid to try something, even if the idea or the project or the assignment, even if it is a total bomb, even if it bombs and it's a complete disaster and a hot mess, I'm still giving myself permission to try, right? America is great that way. America is one of those fun countries where you can try and fail as many times as you need to get to the success marker. There's a bug buzzing around me and I don't like it. Don't let the fear hold you back. If you need to look in your mirror and say, I give you permission to be who you are supposed to be. I give you permission to do what you need to do what you're supposed to do, to dream big, to get after that hard thing or that big thing or that new career. You got it. It's yours, babe. You have got this, and you have permission. You have all the permission you will ever need. And I just want you to hear that. And I wanted my friends to hear that and my family to hear that. If you need me to send you a message or a text saying that, I will do that for you. You have permission. So don't let the fear hold you back, and don't let this idea that you can't do it because somebody said you can't. Even if someone did tell you you couldn't, maybe back in high school you had a drama teacher who told you you were a garbage actor, or maybe in college you had an art professor tell you your art was crap. Who cares? Who cares what they said? It doesn't mean they were right. It doesn't mean that's true. And even if it was true back then, you are not the same person you were yesterday as you are today. So even if it was true yesterday, it's not true today. Yeah, don't believe that garbage. Don't believe those lies. You have permission. That's all you need. All right, my friends, it is so good to be with you tonight. Hopefully Coco in the background didn't distract you. She's hiding behind the chair now. All right, that's what I've got. I give you permission. I give you permission to give yourself permission. You got this. You can do hard things. Okay, I'm sending you grace and peace, and hopefully some sunshine tomorrow. And I will catch you guys later. Yeah, Coco's she's getting big. She's fat. She's heavy. I think she's probably 25, 30 pounds. Who knows? We probably should weigh her. All right. I will catch you tomorrow, my friends. Good night.